Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Well, happy Monday. Coming off exciting weekend. So much stuff going on. Cinco de Mayo and Sunfest and Kentucky Derby and Game of Thrones and just all kinds of good stuff.
I always like everyone's theory in the chat room why we start late. There's a couple of theories. Either they said I was walking Chewy, Kevin had to poop at home because he doesn't like pooping here at the radio station, or Virginia was in the bathroom snorting salt.
No, Virginia learned her lesson. I will never snort salt again. Oh, that messed with me for about 3 hours.
Well, it was in the middle of the podcast, and no, we didn't even get it on camera, so it's such a wash.
Yeah, it seemed rough. Yeah, you're right. Those are all good guesses. I mean, because when we're late, there's usually one of the things going on there.
Those are good guesses, other than Virginia was snorting salt.
Yeah, I had to go through emails, and then, you know what, I do get tripped up a little bit because I'm reading, some Game of Thrones stuff over here that come in that I haven't got a chance to see, and so digesting that. Only 2 more weeks left of that show.
Me and Peace Train were thinking about starting today, later on.
Really?
Maybe starting watching one, kind of get our feet back in it.
Yeah, you already know my theory on it. There's going to be so much talk about the final episode. I think you want to be there. That is the one thing, and not every show does this, where everyone's watching on the same timetable.
You want to be there for the dance, the big dance.
Because I love it. Like, one of my favorite things on Mondays is I see everybody's reactions to it and their thoughts on it, because you're like, okay, I didn't see it that way, I didn't think about that. And so it's one of those complex shows, is the drama is, that you're like, okay, all right.
I was going to time it out to where I was going to watch the finale live to be able to talk about it on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going to watch I'm definitely not going to wait for the finale. I'm going to get on the Thrones train.
Okay. All right.
Every fucking place I go to, the dragon did this. I'm like, don't look. I mean, Yahoo News.
Tough,
You go to Yahoo News, 7 of their main articles are, Jon Snow is this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, get out of here.
I know. Yeah, it's tough. There's no way that you can dance around it. So, yeah, it's tough. But, yeah, I think if you're into the show, it'd be a good time to jump into it.
All right, Virginia, let's do this shit.
I got 9 seasons to catch up on.
Yeah.
If you've never seen Thrones before, you have such a cozy amount of watching. I mean, that is, if you're really into Thrones and you have, you're season 1, you got so much more to watch.
The only thing I wonder, though, the way that things are blurted out and what I've already seen, that would be the thing, because it's all about who winds up on this throne. That's it. They're all trying to be the person. And likely whatever happens at the end of this show, it's going to be out there and you're going to hear about it. So then you're, in a sense, starting a 7-season show to find out the answer that you already know.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you've got to see it before the finale, if you want to.
Right, that would be the one thing I think that would be kind of anticlimactic.
Although I've heard
it's still good.
I've heard other series finales that I have not watched, and I'm going to watch, and I know how it already ends. I'm still intrigued with the ride. Cause I'm not invested. I don't know how it got there.
I hear you, but the best part about being in it right now, not having any idea and trying to figure out who it's going to be, if I knew right now who would be the winner at the end of the whole thing, you'd be like, no, okay. Imagine like with Survivor. You start off, you're going, hey, this guy's going to win it. You're like, okay. You're watching to see how it all played out, but at the same time, you're like going, that doesn't even matter because this guy's going to win it.
It's fun to not know, because that's the excitement of it. Like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? If you know how it's going to end, it's like, all right.
It's kind of how I felt about, there was one time I was watching Big Brother, and then some jackass ruined the finale. Oh, never mind.
And that jackass was?
The Kevin Ross. I'm kidding.
I've heard about this every week for 3 years.
I'm so sorry.
So, yeah, my wife actually last night, the Queen, she was kind of poo-pooing the episode because, she was measuring everything up against that last
week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming off a big high.
Everybody loved last week.
Yeah, but you got to realize that you got to, I don't think it can be exactly that, but that's what it was.
I saw the Ted Bundy, Zac Efron movie.
Yeah, you and the Queen were talking about that. She watched that. And she seemed to like it, but it just seemed like she didn't know anything about Ted Bundy going into it.
And honestly, if you don't know much about Ted Bundy, the movie's going to be slightly confusing for you, I think. I mean, I know all of the cases, so when they're talking about certain murders, I could get there pretty quick on the recall. If you watched it, Virginia, you'd be like, what the fuck? Is he innocent? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know any of the details on purpose.
I give it a C.
Really?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
Zac Efron, for me, I really like Zac Efron. I think he is fun. He's a good-looking dude. I could see Zac Efron the entire time.
Really?
I couldn't see. Yeah, it was. I'm like, Zac Efron's playing Ted Bundy.
Yeah, I don't feel the need to.
I don't think you would like that movie.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much other stuff that has got me. I mean, I still got billions in Veep, to get through Game of Thrones, and then I'm going to regroup and figure out, okay, to round out the summer, what am I going to watch? Jaybird's really, he's really got me on, I want to see the Cobra Kai series. I'm just like, I'm mulling over that whole $15, whatever it is, cost.
You can take my information. I know you're a Boy Scout. You don't want to do that.
I don't feel good about that. Yeah. I don't feel like that's the right move.
Well, you know what? The way I look at it, they're cheating me, damn it. They're spent so much money they're charging me just for one series.
Basically it, yeah. Yeah, so I would get it, want to watch all of it in 1 month and then cancel it if you can. I don't know. So, yeah, so that and then Killing Eve, I'm hearing great stuff about. My son was into that. He said it's really good, and that's running right now in the middle of the season.
Yeah, Melinda in the chat room liked the Ted Bundy movie. She says, I'm too close to it. My only thing, I think you're too far from it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Got an email here. Help with a disagreement, please, Kev. Okay, so on Sunday at about 12:30, my husband and I were walking into Publix. My husband had a shirt on that says, I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. Anyways, we think we saw Kevin walking out of Publix in a green shirt. Was that you? I think it was Kevin, but felt awkward asking, and now we're arguing about it and why I didn't ask. Can you help us out, please? That's from Melanie.
What day?
Yesterday.
I'm gonna go on record and say it was not the Kevin Ralston. You don't wear this kind of shirts, do you?
Green shirt, yeah. I don't know. I think maybe I have one that I wear every St. Patty's Day.
Green goofy shirts, like I don't swear. But
no, I think my husband had on a shirt that says I love Jesus, but I cuss a little.
Yeah.
She thought I was wearing a green shirt. Yeah, at Publix. Which, if that's the case, maybe they work at Publix. I don't know. Isn't Publix colors green?
Were you at Publix at all yesterday?
I was at Publix working. Yeah, that's my side job.
Did the guy help you with your groceries?
Yeah. No, it wasn't me. I wasn't at Publix. But again, it just goes to show you, like, half of South Florida looks like me.
There's a lot of Kevin Ralston out there. You have a lot of doppelgangers.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know that. So, again, yes, you were fooled. That was not I. So I was kicking in the casa at that point. Engineer Keith sent an email, which, by the way, saw him yesterday. Got to show this off. I brought it in. The
standing ovation for
No Name Movie Game belt.
Wow, it's new. It's
Engineer
fresh.
Keith made a new one. I'm holding it up to KVJ TV if you want to check that out.
He outdid himself. It's better than the last one. Look
Hey,
at that.
Denny's,
It's beautiful.
this is yours. You want to come get it? You own this.
I mean, look at the craftsmanship on that thing.
This is you. Look at that. It's pretty amazing, right? And it's got like a Velcro strap on it so that you can actually wear it, put it around your waist. Yeah, retire that old janky thing.
Wow.
And put that on. And then make a rule that you're not allowed to take that out of the building.
So what event do you want to lose that at?
Yeah. That's too nice to lose. That's good
I
stuff. isn't it?
agree.
So pretty. We got to stop peacocking.
No, we got to peacock and be responsible peacockers.
Yeah, good luck.
That belongs out to the people.
You always talk about taking it out. I never have seen you because you'll say you take the belt out. All you do is you take the belt and you lay it on a table. And then I never see it on the stage or ever for the crowd. It's like you just take it.
That's not true. Sometimes he lays it on the bar.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on.
Because I never have once seen it. And all I do is on Monday hear the story about how I lost it. I'm like, I didn't even see it. How do we?
No, on Monday you hear the story about somebody stole
But
it.
okay, what has happened to the last
I think all he
belt?
does is walk in, he lays it down somewhere, and then we don't mention it the whole night, and then he just leaves.
He leaves, the belt's still there, and then somebody finds it and goes, "Oh, let's take it."
Bullshit. You know Bonnie and Clyde, that couple, they took the last one.
There is a couple on the Treasure Coast that has the last one.
See? Don't be defending them.
They took it and they have it and they won't
That
give
one's
it
amazing,
back.
though.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
I'd say he's
We-
staying house.
He brought it to Rosalita's last night.
Yeah,
That's just what Engineer Keith does.
he did, and I strapped it on so he wouldn't lose it.
It fits Kevin.
It does fit Kevin.
Oh, I hope it fits me. If it does,
Yeah, to fit you. It's like I said, it's got plenty of space on it for. Yeah, you can have a nice pizza party.
Oh man, it feels real powerful. Oh my god, I could peacock this because I could put it on and wear it now.
You would take it off.
Take it off, give it to Denny's.
Oh, I'm coming for the belt.
Oh, you know the best thing was Engineer Keith handed it to Jaybird yesterday. First thing he did was drop it and scuffed it on the cement.
Yeah, you can see the scuff.
It's got scuffs where Jaybird dropped it within
What a
2
dick.
seconds.
gives it character and tequila shots.
You dropped it?
Right away. Engineer Keith handed it right to him. He was boom, drops it, and now it's got marks all over it.
I
Yeah.
was so excited. Oh my gosh, Engineer Keith! Knocked it.
It really, it wasn't in his hand less than a second.
It was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
It really is special.
I'm coming for that ass. Oh yeah, that belt will be mine.
Uh-huh. He's going to come for that ass, and he's going to take the belt afterwards.
Enough about your private party tonight, Game of Bones.
Don't say that on the radio, man.
Okay. Engineer Keith said, yeah, I got a similar story last week. Virginia is getting called out. One of our listeners, his wife, was like, I can't believe like how racist Virginia is. And we were talking about somebody who didn't want to go to a job interview with a black eye. And they had just heard kind of the background conversation. They heard Virginia say that she wouldn't go to an interview with a black guy. And they're going, that's so racist.
I think the title of the email, Virginia has gone too far.
Yes. so he had to explain and play back for a note. She said, black eye.
Black eye.
Yes. Somebody, Engineer Key said, yeah, I got a similar story to the black eyes, black guys incident. My work has scrolling televisions for programs we're affiliated with that just tell everybody what's going on. And one campaign they had was, tell your Black Hawk story. Hashtag Black Hawk. Whoever thought this campaign should win a medal. You can imagine the conversations that followed talking about how big and powerful Black Hawks are.
Say it fast.
Black
I
Hawk.
have.
Another one on the black eyes. Somebody, Melissa said, listen, about a day behind, heard the segment on the black eyes. My son told his preschool teacher his daddy hit him with a towel when asked how he got his black eye. Naturally, she had to report it, and Child Services did investigate. Fortunately, there was a surveillance footage on our community pool's camera showing it actually happened. My husband went to throw a wet towel out of the pool right when my 5-year-old jumped up on the steps, and the towel hit the side of his head, which then hit the concrete edge of the pool, giving him a shiner. We told the morning teacher, but she neglected to explain to the afternoon teacher. Crap happens, but thank goodness there was video.
Oh, wow.
Gosh, that sucks.
Well, and that's why I think she was, there's some people are like, yeah, how did you really get that? They think there's always something sinister behind it when there's some kind of like story that just seems too
Black eyes get judged.
yeah.
I've actually had 2 different black eyes from a dog's snout, playing and roughing with the dog. Coming up, eye full of snout.
Look, a lot of innocent things happen and you get a black eye, but some aren't so innocent.
I mean, I've had probably 15 black eyes in my time.
That's a lot.
Is that? You think it's a lot, average, or under? I think it's average.
That's a lot.
It's a lot?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've really even technically ever had one.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, maybe I'm just too in it with the black eye.
I think you're too physical.
That's possible, too.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's very
You're
physical.
Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah. There's a lot of physical calamity that does seem to go your direction.
I do walk into a lot of things. Without drinking, I mean, I've always been kind of a clumsy fuck.
But then when you add alcohol,
Oh, well, then that's just a mess.
It's kind of how it goes, right? Let me see here. I know Jaybird is on his snake dude joke. Somebody sent this in, said, We have that one sister. Tell Jaybird thanks for the laugh tonight. We had to call her to explain. It's from Jamie. It says, I got a snake do when I was in the Keys. OMG, Kiki, I want to screenshot this and send to KVJ. I said, by the way, what is that? A snake do. What's a snake do? Hiss.
That's the best.
Yeah.
When you finally get them, hiss.
But then like, I don't get it. OMG, I don't get it. What's happening?
There's another one. There was the henway. There is the up dog, and then there was the snake dude. But I thought there was one more that was really good that I want to try to get my dad. I want to wake him up again and try to get him.
He's gonna punch
Again.
you. You're gonna get that black eye.
That's yeah, you see how he's getting them.
Oh man, I've been taking that karate on YouTube. I got my 8-point blocking system. My dad's too old. I can block his shit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What you're working towards? Okay.
Did your dad drop you off at work today?
Did you see that?
No, you were talking about it.
Oh yeah. My dad did drop me off at work, and then I saw Kevin's lights were on your car. You got that taken care of?
Yeah, Denny's took care of that for me.
And then my dad just kind of driving around the parking lot, just kind of like almost like casing. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing?
Paul Blart.
I think he was. I think he might have seen something out there.
Oh, really?
Why did your dad drive you to work?
I left my truck here.
Oh.
Okay. Driving Miss Lazy.
Yeah, I left it here. You know, he's a way better driver than me.
I wish my dad drove me to work every day. That sounds so awesome.
You guys saved my ass yesterday. Virginia took me to Rosalita's, and then Kev took me home. Saved me probably $90. I'm not even shitting you.
It was a really expensive weekend for Ubers. Yeah, my daughter was up from Boca with some of her friends, and she stayed at our house Friday night. They were going to try to get an Uber West Palm to Boca. I think it was $120.
Whoa.
Yeah, the Sunfest, whatever those market
Surge pricing.
Yeah.
Well,
Whenever there's a big demand in the market, the surge pricing goes into effect.
I want to say me and Denny's went there. We were there for 2 hours, came back, and I think the entire trip up and back was close to $100 to Sunfest.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, so that was something that probably set you back over the weekend. Let me see. Other stuff that went down from over the weekend or some crazy stuff. You saw that jet in Jacksonville that slid off the runway, the thunderstorm?
How scary is that?
Yeah. 21 people taken to the hospital with minor injuries. They were landing during a thunderstorm, and they said like it hit heavy and then kind of like bounced, and then people on the plane didn't really know what was going on because the visibility was nothing out the windows. And then they were like, just the way the plane felt, we could tell we were floating on something, which I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is at night and it's dark and it's a thunderstorm. And
they had to go stand on the wing of the plane and wait for like the boats to come rescue them.
See, all that stuff's crazy.
Thank goodness the plane floats.
Yeah.
Like, what if it would have sunk?
Yeah.
There would have been some people on it that didn't get off.
Oh, that'd be horrifying. Yeah, because it's not like you're getting out that window.
No, you're not getting out the window.
No. Oh, yeah. That's just that whole thing. And like,
I think about that when I'm always on a plane because they say, look and see where the nearest exit is and just know it may be behind you. And I always look because I'm like, yeah. How many motherfuckers am I going to have to push to get out that exit door? Because if people are going slow, I am moving.
Right.
I'm grabbing my babies and we're coming through.
Yeah. But now, like, you know, that we're getting in kind of like the rainy season. I'm like going, oh, great. Like, if I fly at all, like anytime in the next 5 or 6 months, it's going to be like, and it's raining. That's going to definitely be in my head.
If you fly in the rain, you'll be like thinking about that nonstop.
Oh, I watched La Bamba 2 nights before I went to Oregon. Big mistake.
Yeah, it's not the right move, I don't think.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not the way to do it. Let me see. They said that some kids are doing this thing now, Friday for Future, which I totally would have been into if I were a kid. They say that there's a group of kids who are skipping school every Friday to protest inaction on climate change.
Oh, okay. They just sounds like some motherfuckers trying to get out of school is what that sounds like.
MSNBC did an interview with a group of kids that were doing this, and they said Friday for Future is this idea of students skipping school on Friday to essentially say, look, why do I need to go to school if I don't know the future based on the state of the planet?
That's ridiculous.
Well, you'll take an F, son.
There's a lot of work that has to be done. Aren't you trying to get into college? If you skip every Friday, you are going to have a much lower grade.
Well, what are they doing? Are they skipping school and then are they doing environmental things with their time? Or are they skipping school, going on social media saying, yeah, man, the environment, and then they're playing Fortnite?
Yeah, I think they're, as far as I know, it sounds like they're just trying to make a statement by their absence.
The only person you're hurting is yourself.
How is that helping the
Seriously,
environment?
It's not helping the environment, and your teachers are going to dock your grade, and then now you're going to be struggling.
We're not buying this shit, Kev.
No, it's a dumb protest. There's other ways to protest without hurting your school record.
It's a good way to get out of school, though.
Yeah, it
It
sounds like a
is.
bunch of lazy kids came up with this.
It's a good way to fail, too.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I think there's a limit, right? How many days you can miss?
Absolutely.
I believe it's 10 per semester. At least back when my old ass was going to school, you could miss 10 days per, was it every 9 weeks? No, you couldn't miss. It had to have been 10 days. Was it per school year?
It might be per school year.
Shit.
Unexcused absences. So those are different. If you have like a doctor's appointment and they give you a note, that's an excused absence.
But
if you have a bunch of unexcused absence, which skipping school for the environment, that's going to be unexcused.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, especially like every Friday doing that.
Did you skip school a lot as a kid?
Yeah, I did. I skipped a ton. What I had was my mom was a teacher, and so they had hall passes, the little yellow ones, and so for some reason she wrote it in pencil. And so,
Rookie mistake.
I mean, yeah. So I had a couple things. One, I had those hall passes. The other thing was I worked in the audio video department, and so we would always have to take like overhead projectors and things like that, like TVs.
On that cart.
Yeah, on the cart. And so all we did was we just sat there and watched movies in the back, and then we'd send whoever's the lowest on the totem pole to go run the TVs. And yeah, we just walked the halls and whatever. And if anybody ever asked you, had that pass.
I got a pass.
Audio
man.
video, I just dropped off a TV. So we just walk around, do whatever.
I had audio and video, like the morning announcements
Yeah.
thing, which gave me a special pass. And then I think your junior or senior year, they had a class where all you did was you were a helper and you just ran like messages to other classrooms, and that was your you'd get a grade on that. I had 2 of those things. That got me out of everything. I was even allowed to wear a hat.
Before email, they had guys running down the hall with messages.
You're right, they did. And
Yeah.
I'd wear a hat, and they go, you can't wear a hat, Jason. You got to take it off. Oh, I'm filming something for GNN. Oh, okay, keep it on.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I had to reconcile something before I graduated because I'd only been in class 2 out of 20 days. And so they were like, yeah.
what?
So I remember I had to do a couple things to make that good.
Extra projects.
Yeah, or just, something. I can't remember what it was. I do remember because they were like, well, don't you think it's a little ridiculous? I'm like, well,
I'm a busy guy. I got a lot of visiting to do.
Yeah, audio, video. Come on.
it seemed like a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah. So, yes, I did skip a lot of school. Loved it. Jennifer sent an email. Divorce filing BS. She said, you can file for a divorce in Florida for $409. If you have no children, you cannot do simplified divorce if you have children and your own agreement how to divide your assets. Many countries have same-day divorce. That we can't afford to file for married couples with no children is BS. It's the litigation that costs, but the longer you're married, the harder it is to litigate over alimony and division of assets and liabilities. So, I don't know. I guess she's trying to say because we'd had a story about somebody who's in that situation where they have a hard time getting out of it, but I don't know. I keep hearing so many stories about people having issues with it.
Well,
I know that makes it
uncontested is way cheaper. So it's only when the husband and the wife are going to fight over things that you really need to like invest in a lawyer, and like it gets really expensive if there's a fight. If everybody's hashtag be cool, and you agree to the terms, you can have all that drawn up very easily and pay way less. But, most people do not agree to terms.
That's got to be the worst feeling when you're like deep in a marriage and you realize, holy shit, I am married to a fucking crazy person and this is not going to get easier. It's only going to get worse. What have I done? Shit.
Yeah. Well, it's great. I was just reading the layout. Bill Wyman, who used to be, I think, was the bass player in the Rolling Stones. He's not in the band anymore, but he had a thing that was a little salacious back in the day where he had married a girl that was like 18 And he was like, I think he was like 50.
Whoa.
5, something like that.
That's a big gap.
Yeah, and he said he knew pretty quickly that, this was kind of a disaster. But there was more with it. One, the thing that kind of initially stood out was they were married for 2 years, and it took 2 years for the divorce to go through. So it was just as long of a project to get that done. But then the other part of it that clearly stands out is apparently he first met her when she was 13, and later she'd reported it. Yeah, so I don't know how this guy's not out of jail.
Mr. Wyman.
Yeah, because I think they were sexual the first time she claims at 14.
What?
Yeah.
Hold up.
I just saw that for the first time today. I'm like, okay.
There's a lot of those stories that come out from the 70s, 60s, where these musicians are dating a 13-year-old girl. Everyone knows about it, and just the way it was back then. And even Rick Springfield, that guy's still doing the interview circuits. Joy Behar was interviewing him and saying, "So what was this deal? You were dating Linda Blair. You were she was 14. You were 24. What was?" And like kind of laughing about it.
Yeah.
14 and 24.
I'm pretty sure that was how old Linda Blair was versus Rick Springfield. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, people just, they have a much bigger understanding of it now, and it's the way people look at that kind of stuff.
People still defend fucking Roman Polanski, which I can't believe. Google it. I won't go into all the details, but Google the Roman Polanski charges. The fact that anybody is standing up for that guy is amazing to me. And all that guy does is play victim. I can't come back to the States and do my movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he got little girls drunk and drugged them and stuff.
13-year-old girl got her drunk and high on Quaaludes, did everything under the sun with her, and then he claims, it was consensual.
What a monster.
Yeah. So I think we now really look at those with a different set of eyes when we see that. And
as we should.
Older, creepier guys just simply taking advantage of, younger girls for, however they're manipulating them and whatever they're promising. And these poor girls are probably just like, oh my gosh, how disgusting is that? Ugh. To be that age and to be with a guy that's like, 45, 50, somewhere around there.
Oh, with his 50-year-old balls. Ugh.
Balls are nasty when they're 20.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't get better with age.
They're not like wine.
Yeah. They don't age well.
They do not.
Sasha and Kim, they're trying to see if we can help find something, basically a golden egg, they say, since you support the LGBTQ community. I want to reach out to you guys. I am getting married in October, and my fiance and I have a special song that we're looking for. It's from Cirque du Soleil Crystal. It's a song performed by Gabrielle Schonk singing Halo, the Beyonce cover. It's not as easy as you might think to find. That's why I wanted to reach out with you and your team of researchers. Can you find a way to get a clean copy of that song? All I keep finding is YouTube videos with background sounds or claps from the performance. So maybe for the media, you can contact somebody. I don't know that we'd have necessarily any angle on that. They are doing a newer version of Cirque du Soleil.
It is weird, though. There are certain songs, for whatever reason, they exist, they've been recorded, they've been produced, and they're gone. They are no longer around. It's very odd. Okay. Yeah, there's a singer I've been trying to get for a while, and it's very tough to track down a certain album.
Okay. Well, if anybody's got any suggestions on that, I don't know that we have anything off the top of my head I can think of.
Yeah, I'm looking on Apple Music. I don't see it. There is a whole Gabrielle Schonk library of songs. What's the name of the song again?
The song that they're looking for is, it looks like the Halo Beyonce cover.
Yeah, I don't see it here. There's a bunch of other stuff, but no Halo.
Okay. All right. Well, if anybody's got any suggestions on that, try to help them out. You can send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com.
I know a guy, Jay Bird, who'd be happy to re-record it for you.
Oh, yeah, it'd be great.
Beautiful voice.
Yeah, there you go. So that's your plan.
F.
Yeah.
If you can't get Gabrielle.
That's your planned effort. You're fucked.
There you go. Plain and simple. All right. Thank y'all for locking in here on a Monday. Enjoy the rest of it, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.